worthwhile. It's a journey for life and I'm your ride.
What's going on, everyone? RG here, and welcome back to a brand new Sims 4 speed build on the channel, people. That is the second speed build of 2025, and I'm so hyped for this one. We're gonna build in the Sims 4 a taxi station. Yeah, you heard it right. A taxi station, something that I don't think that I actually saw anyone building something like that on YouTube, at least. And that's something that I wanted to build for a long time now. And I said, wait a minute, we got some objects that can fit perfectly into it, so let's do that. And because I have so much topics that I want to cover with you today, I just want to give you a small brief of what we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about the new kits that they teased about this build, of course, where I built it, size of it, location, what can it do. We're gonna crunch some numbers just like always about this build. And before that, I do have a question for all of you who are playing the Sims 4 game for a long time now, even if you're just new to it and maybe you notice it. This is a very interesting question, because which pack in the game contain, hear me out, a taxi vehicles and police units roaming around the map, that specific map? I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to know the answer. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. And for those of you who noticed that in the game, there are actually taxi vehicles and police units in the City Living pack. They are roaming around, and City Living is kind of an old pack by now. But with the, when they added into our live the Growing Together pack, they also added taxi vehicles that are only unique for that specific map in the live edit objects or debug section. It really depends on like how you're playing it. If you have like a mod that's organizing everything, so it's gonna be basically the same spot. But the moment that I saw those, I was like, heck yeah, I need to make a taxi station. Now, obviously, because this taxi station is not gonna be functional as a taxi station, don't worry, it's gonna be functional as something that you definitely can and play with it and enjoy it, and you don't need to worry. It's not gonna be just to place it in the world. And by the way, right now you can see me creating some sort of like a garage door, and I wanted to make it very unique and stuff, so I did it like this, and I like kept it inside of the speed build for you to see how I did it. But sadly, after looking at it, I was kinda, I'm not digging it, which, by the way, I used that method like a couple of times already. So I just changed it at some point, just like the other garage door over there that you can see, which are made from basically a wall paper that have those stripes and stuff. And that is gonna be our sign for this taxi station. So yeah, the moment I saw those cars in the debug section, I was like, yeah, heck yeah, let's do that. And if you're wondering what it's gonna be a rental building, which means that you're gonna have two low end, let's call it like that, or you know what, I don't know if it's a low end, more like between low to medium end, if that's a thing. Is that a thing? Anyway, you know what, I think that's a really good point or at the video to actually start talking about the build itself. So we are in San Sequoia, which is the map that's coming with the Growing Together expansion pack. So if you want to place it in the best position or in the best place in the game that was actually built for it, this is the location. It's a 40 by 20 on the Gilbert, I think it's called, the Gilbert district, which is the bluish one on the top right corner of the screen, I believe, right? I think it is. And definitely that's the place that it will fit the best. Now, over here you can see that we are making like some sort of fence around. So in my mind, you know that in every build of mine, I have a story, right? So in my mind, this taxi station is kind of a, decaying one. It's about to go out of business or something like that. People are not really driving anymore with taxis in the game, at least in my mind. Again, that's the lure of the build. Okay, so it's decaying, it's getting old, not many people ordering, so they can't really hold it, and the place is gonna be a little bit broken. We're gonna use a lot of those dirt stains, decay wall decor basically, that coming mainly from 3 packs. So I'm gonna let you know which packs you need to have in order for it to actually feel authentic, because when they added those dirts into the game with those packs, it's definitely elevated the quality of builds. No longer builds looks like I don't know, like ceramic dolls, you know, very fancy, they actually look like the real thing, because in real life you have dirt stains and stuff on buildings, even if they're brand new, right? So the packs that you must have in order for this to look like as I build it are Growing Together, Basement Treasure, and Bust the Dust. All of those contain those a lot of dirt stains and wall decay, wallpapers and stuff. So they're gonna give the uniqueness and the beauty and also the realism or realistic feeling for this build. And right now, I do apologize for the jump cut over there. I did miss recording some stuff, sadly. So you can see that just out of thin air, those taxis just came, right? So those taxis, as I said, they came from the pack of Growing Together. Did I say that? Growing Together, yeah. They came from that pack. They're in the debug section of it, and you can place them around, and those are literally taxis. Now, there are 3 main theme colors that I went in this build. I don't know if you noticed that already, but it's the light pitch orange of those taxi vehicles, the blue and the yellow, because they just fit really good together. So that's gonna be the main theme of the build. You're gonna see it quite a lot spread around, at least on the outside. In the inside, and by the way, right now you can see just a tiny glance of an area that I kind of missed recording, which was some sort of like a road that is cutting between the 2 roads on the sides of the lot. And that is exactly why this build is gonna fit perfectly in this spot and not in other spots, because if you're gonna put it like, I don't know, in another 40 by 20, which I don't think that there are many currently in the game, 40 by 20. That's a very rare, unusual size of a lot to have, right? And to build in. It's very, because it's narrow and it's like narrow and long. So it's a bit complicated to build on it, residential lots and stuff like that. Usually it's going for community lots and stuff similar to that. There we go. Right now you can see some dirt from the Bust the Dust, I believe, and some more stuff even from the werewolf packs. That are also going to be some stains from that pack over here. But definitely, by the way, if you are like thinking for a second, wait a minute, RG, haven't you built something on this lot already and showed it to us? So yeah, you are not wrong. I actually built the, what was it? It was like the electronic, I think, or the electric gas station, right? For electronic vehicles. I built it not too long ago, when I said not too long ago, before I was on my break and came back, of course, but that was kind of one of my old, not too old builds. And by the way, people, if you are curious to know, yes, all of my builds are at the gallery of the game. It's always there. People are saying that they're not finding my my creation sometimes. It's not your fault. Usually it's the game's fault, because many people have to steal stuff, and by reporting it can cause some creations to not you know, not appear when you're searching them in the search bar. So always people, just go to my gallery in the game under my tag RGeetect, just like the name of the channel, as simple as that, and you can find literally everything that I built from day one on the channel. So as you can see over here, I just wanted to add some more tiny deeds, people, some tiny deeds, because that's what we love about builds. That they're not like you know, binar and straightforward. You have some tiny deeds going around. So this taxi over here is like on the process of being like, you know, change the wheel or something like that. You can imagine everything. Just imagine. The whole fun of games is to imagine some background stories, right? So yeah, some more stuff that you need to know about this build itself in terms of like what we were talking about. So we talked about the location, which is in the Gilbert district, which is the bluish one, top right corner of the screen in San Sequoia, 40 by 20. Now, if you want to be a slum landlord, and by the way, that's the sign right now, which I love it. I was thinking just like at the end to descale the taxi as a miniature vehicle and place it over there as a car, as a sign. So for those who want to be a slum landlord and maybe rent that for other people in the game, and you want to purchase it for that rental purpose, you need to spend around 63,000 simoleons, which is not that cheap, to be honest, for the income that you can get. Because the income that you can get per apartment is going to be 2 apartments. Right now we are making actually the old, let's call it like that, the old taxi station office. So you can see that everything is kind of decaying, broken, some boxes left over, some are broken. And if you're curious, yes, this is going to be a shared space in this rental, which means that all the people who are renting this place can use that specific area for their use. So as you can see, there's like a woodwork shopping table over here. There's going to be punching bag, decaying one, of course. Another TV and stuff like that. So you're just gonna keep watching, and you're gonna see exactly what's gonna happening over here. But it's gonna be a shared space, so everyone who is renting can use it. And as I said, there are 2 apartments over here. The apartment's gonna be, each one of them is gonna be around 60 to 70 simoleons per week, right? Is it per week when you're renting? I think it's per week. So it's one is 72 simoleons, and the other one is 61 simoleons per week for renting those apartments. And for some reason, as I told you, I was trying to give the feeling that this is a decay place. That's an old place. It's not like fresh, it's not new. It's supposed to be a low end. As you can see right now, we are adding all of those marks on the walls and stuff. But for some reason, it still managed to be 3 stars rental, which is not that bad, right? I've made already in the past, like the igloo rentals that I made were 1, I think. Yeah, they were like 1 star in terms of like rating star for renting. So I don't know how those became 3. Now, if you're curious about the sizes, those supposed to be starter homes, okay? So you have the first apartment gonna have a Murphy bed, the other, so try not to die with your Sims. That happens so many times in testings. And if you are taking the other one is just slightly a bit bigger. It still does have only 1 room for living. However, you know what? Maybe I think I managed to squeeze in both apartments also like a cradle for kids, for like babies. So maybe you can start your house over here, like your family over here, and definitely after that upgrade yourself to maybe one of the mansions that I build, or one of the, I don't know, high-end apartments that I build. You can check them again on my gallery. Everything is over there. Now, while you're watching me creating the inside of it, and I think we already talked about all of the things that's essential for the building itself, now I want to talk about the brand new things, okay? And the brand new things are actually the brand new kits that they teased. There are 3 kits that they teased not too long ago, and I have an opinion about them, of course. And as you know me, I don't mind telling the good and the bad of what I think about kits in the game, or in any pack in the game, when it's coming to the whole concept of building in it, or building with it, let's call it like that. So the thing is this, we do need to take in advance and in count the fact that there were only teases and only small portions of the kits, right? But let's start with the first one, which I do believe it's called the Sims 4 Comfy Gamer Kit, right? Now, based on the picture that they teased, it looks great, okay? Actually, the meshing looks great, the texture looks great, but it's not exactly what I see in mind when I think about gamer kit, okay? Gamer word. As someone who can identify as a gamer, I've been playing a computer like from the age of I don't know, when computers had big giant freaking screens. Okay, they were like big boxes. So I know what's the definition of a gamer, and when you think about gamer, you don't think about white as a color. That's not a thing that comes to mind, the first thing that comes to mind. So I will not call it as gamer. It does look like more of a either content creator or maybe even cozy streamer kit. I will go with that. I think that's going with the calling of a gamer. It's not exactly the first thing coming in mind. Now, I might be wrong, and maybe the swatches, like the colors, will also go crazy with colors, with like awesome options to add some neon lights to the setup over there. But I don't. It's not the first thing that comes in mind when someone says gamer. The color theme that they went with. That's like my first impression of it. The table looks great. It looks like one of those IKEA tables. And to be honest, I'm running an IKEA table. It looks great. It's awesome. But again, the connection does not just sit in mind. That's that's my main thought about that specific kit. But I might be wrong. I want to see it first to have a full opinion about it. Now, regarding the other kit, there are 2 more kits coming with or basically with that tease, they came 2 more kits, and I think it's gonna be a controversial kits. And I already know that there are some content creators out there, like colleagues, that we are talking about it, and we were asking a very big questions regarding the 2 other kits. One called the Sanctuary kit, right, and the other one the Casanova Cave kit. Both of them contain the mixture of a building item and cast closes, right? The first one is the one that looks like a very fancy reddish night or evening night, is that a thing? Dress for women, very beautiful one, to be honest. And it also comes with those hidden doors inside of I don't know, books case or shelves or something like that. First of all, I am loving that bookshelf, to be honest. That is like, I really love that one. And I already know that I'm gonna use that in order to create some sort of a build. Probably gonna be something around the whole concept of secret agent or something like that. For those who are curious, yes, I already made like a secret agent build, and one of them that I really like, and you should definitely check, is the one that called I think it was the Blimp secret agent house that I made. It was literally a blimp that I created in the sky, and it was a secret agent one. So that's open doors kind of looky shelves for books from that first kit, the Sanctuary kit. I really love it, and I really want to see what else gonna come with that kit. But again, the mixing of closes pieces in the building item, I don't know how much the people who are buying kits really gonna appreciate, because the way I see it, the whole beauty of kits is that you can get whatever you want, but they are separated into different niches, right? You can have some stuff that are more talking about closes, and you can have something that talking about more buildings. So the moment that you're mixing them, I know as a builder or someone who's more focusing on building that I'm not necessarily going to use that evening dress when I'm playing, right? Because I'm more into the building aspect of it, so I don't know how much I feel good with that combination. Do let me know, what do you think? I know from other colleagues in the Sims community that currently they don't see that as a good step. Now, I can see that maybe The Sims is kind of trying to test the water, you know, to see how the community gonna accept it. So I really want to hear from you guys and girls. What do you think about that mixture? And do you a fan of it? Do you think it's a good idea, or maybe it's not? And share your thoughts in the comment section down below. Now, the third kit, which is exactly the same concept, you're also gonna see over there. There's like a men jacket and also building items called the Casanova Cave kit, which, to be honest, I love it. Okay, I really love it. It looks like a bit more of a men-ish, let's call it like that, men-ish kit. And as someone that count himself as a men-ish kind of person, I was in the past couple of expansion packs, kits and stuff, like staff packs and stuff, I kind of felt left out. And I do know that others actually also feel like me. So I actually love to see that there was a kit that more that was more divided, not divided, but more devoted. That's the word, devoted into that specific thing, a bit more men-ish kit, because, you know, there are also men-ish people playing the game. So definitely I'm curious to know how that kit is gonna look like, what it's gonna bring more. That sofa over there is definitely dope. It looks like a high-end, like modern style sofa, and definitely something that I will love to play around and put it inside of a build. I don't know what some sort of a build, at least now, I don't know, maybe like a high-end apartment or something like that. Let me know if you want to see like a, let's call it like a Casanova men-ish, I don't know, apartment or penthouse, something like that, build with that kit. Let me know if you want to see something like that. So yeah, those were my thoughts about the kits, the teasers that they showed us. And basically, I'm really curious to know, what do you think about all of them? So let me know. You can go and let me know about the thoughts of each one of the kits, or all together, or maybe you're not even a big fan of the kits, but definitely it looks like we're going there, where they're bringing more and more kits into the game. So yeah, and that's a good time to actually remind you that if you enjoy my content, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more builds just like this, and you got yourself a low, cheap apartment for your Sims, but now you want to make some money by playing a guitar? Where do you get yourself a brand new one? In this instrument shop that I made just for you without noCC and without mods. Make sure to hit like and subscribe, and until next time, keep the Sims party going for me, RG out.